I'd like to speak with you further.
You'll have plenty of time to talk. You're the Knight Commander's people now, his trusted advisors and companions. Now then, will you please leave us? Irabeth, you can go too.
When we met at the Defender's Heart, I never imagined you'd make me the commander of the new crusade.
Some actions may be deemed bold or even extreme, and beyond those, there are some you might
I
call
also
the
really
Queen's
like how
last
much
resort.
extra voice
I am
acting
not
there
a
is in
simple
this, as
monarch.
opposed to
I am at
Kingmaker,
war with
which
the
was
Abyss,
good when it
a
was
war
there.
which has lasted over 100 years.
But
I
this
cannot
seems to
allow
have a lot
myself the
more voiced
luxury of
characters
caution.
and just a
In
lot more of
you,
the story
I see
voiced in
chance,
general,
and I am willing
which
to
is
stake
very nice.
everything on it. However, you cannot blame me for putting you in charge of the crusade. I only formalized what had already happened in the hearts and minds of many. People spoke of the power that descended upon you and helped you save the Wardstones from corruption and total destruction. Word of this feat quickly spread far beyond the borders of Mendev. There was no other person who could better fit the role of Knight Commander of the Fifth Crusade.
I have some questions.
Of course, I shall answer.
How did the demons manage to conquer Dresden? Well,
That's
I already
a good
know
question. Its walls were built by dwarf craftsmen, and the power of the Sword of Valor protected the city. Alas, where raging hordes failed, a single lying tongue was all they needed to succeed. The demoness Minago convinced a young and ambitious crusader named Staunton Vane that the banner belonged on the battlefield. He went on a daring and unapproved raid, and the banner ended up in the enemy's hands. The city fell soon after. Ever since then, for 7 decades, it has served as a citadel for the forces of the Abyss.
Staunton, I saw him in the Great Garrison. He defected.
Oh, really? I wasn't informed of this. After Dresden fell because of Staunton, he was nearly sentenced to death. He deserved it. In wartime, men are hanged for far less. But you have no idea what a terrible sight it is. A raging crowd of crusaders baying for blood. Never have my fighters looked so much like the demons we are fighting. I commuted Staunton's sentence and stripped him of his rank. Not just for him, but for my army and my country. We are not Hell Knights. We do not maintain discipline with public executions.
Wait, 3? Should have exiled him and let him go wherever he wanted. That way he would have either changed his life for the better or realized he had no one to blame himself, or I can't believe no one decided to punish him unofficially. I'm leaning towards 5. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with 5.
Not in my army. I know all too well that the armies of some kingdoms tolerate humiliation, beatings, and even murder. Their commanders imagine it brings their soldiers together and enforces discipline. Anyone who tries to introduce such rules in Mendev will face a tribunal, along with anyone who tries to shield them, even upper command.
What forces are at my disposal? There's a lot of good games on sale right now. There's a lot of good new games. But yeah, so I definitely recommend getting this and playing it. It's just the voice acting is good. There's a lot of the voice story. The depth available to you with character creation is just astounding. I mean, there's so many different characters. There's so many different ways to multi-class. And especially if you're not playing on, anything like that's core or above, I'm only playing on daring, and it's just you can you know, I mean, if you really wanted to, you could mix and match the classes to however you wanted. It doesn't have to necessarily be some super optimized build. So I like the balance of that it doesn't, you know, you don't have to be super optimized. You can just have fun and kind of play how you want your, you know, you can build the character however you want. There's so many options. And the ability to switch seamlessly between real time with pause and turn-based mode. A lot of the companions are fun, with interesting stories and backgrounds. It's just, I mean, they hit a home run. There's some of the classes I know. I think the biggest problem is with some of the mythic paths. Like towards the end, some of the mythic paths are still bugged, so I know some of that is still being ironed out. But this game is just an absolute home run. Anyways, have a good night, man. We'll see you later.
Everyone we saw today at the parade. First among them, the Eagle Watch, who remain a powerful force thanks to Irabeth's resourcefulness. Also marching with you are several minor knightly orders, as the minor volunteer units like to be called. And finally, I have personally selected some recruits from Neurosian. They have little in the way of battle experience, but great determination and a thirst to prove themselves. I've always thought that an army benefits from at least one such unit.
Isn't Deep Rock Galactic the co-op shooter, like dungeon shooter game, or looter shooter? Isn't that what that one was? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we need to try that one sometime too, because that also looks really fun.
These forces, as I said, are not enough for a march on Dresden. You will have to hire additional troops with the funds that have been provided to you. But for a brave commander, and I hope you are one, that is just the beginning. If you retake Dresden, recover the holy power of the Sword of
I
Honor,
haven't looked that much at Risk of Rain. I remember seeing it when it came out.
The Fifth Crusade is only beginning.
Might have to take a
Many
closer look at that one.
And victories lie ahead. We have a chance now that we haven't seen in decades. But it's more than that. You created this chance for us by foiling the demon's plans in Canabris. The army who attacked the city came straight from Dresden. Demon hordes from the Abyss are usually encamped there, but many of them perished on the streets of Canabris. We must attack swiftly before they can restore their forces. When the city is free and the Sword of Valor appears before our soldiers, they won't be sending in any more reinforcements. Demons cannot teleport into an area protected by the banner of the goddess.
What about long-term goals? Do you know how to get rid of the world wound forever?
Now you are talking like a real knight commander. However, answering your question is not easy. To win this war, we must bar the demon's way. There are a few planar rifts leading to the Abyss across the territory we call the World Wound. The best specialists we could find have tried to close them on separate occasions, with no success, as you may have guessed. The World Wound is more than just a chain of portals to the Abyss. We do not understand its nature yet. The methods of rift closure known to magical science simply do not work here. However, we have a hypothesis, and a rather well-grounded one, that we must begin at the source of the problem, the place where the World Wound was opened. The main rift lies through the city of Iz and the Threshold Fortress, deep in the former lands of Socorus. We have never managed to fight our way so far and gain a foothold to allow the mages to explore the origins of the World Wound. So, the next step, after you succeed in Dresden, is an offensive push deeper into the World Wound, with the aim of reaching Threshold, the very threshold of the Abyss.
All right, that is very ambitious.
Wonderful.
Did you know that the souls of angels from heaven are confined in the Wardstone?
I had guessed as much. Many angels fought alongside us in the First Crusade. Heaven was unable to mobilize its full might to aid us, but individual Celestials volunteered to fight for our cause. Then one day, they all vanished, saying that they were setting off on an important mission. Not long after, Iomede's herald erected the first wardstone in Kenobris, and then the others in cities across Mendev. Even back then, I had nagging doubts. But my faith in Iomede easily assuaged them. It is for us to serve the goddess after all, not to question her works. In any case, I am glad you did not allow the demons to commit sacrilege and gain control over the wardstone in Kenobris. We might have lost one of the wardstones, but the chain is still standing.
Shinoa received an angel gift in the caves beneath Mabris. In a vision, I saw the death of an angel called Lariel. Somehow he was able to grant me the ability to reveal the light of heaven.
Lariel. I knew him. He disappeared shortly before the world wound grew, and Dresden fell into the enemy's hands. In the chaos, we had more important concerns than investigating the fate of a single angel. Even one so righteous and beloved as Lariel. And afterward, matters took a turn for the worse. The angels left us to go on this special mission. It is so strange to hear the names I used to hear when I was young, like getting a message from the past. It is sad news, but it brings me back to the times when we strongly believed in our victory, and we rushed headlong toward it without fear. Could it be that such times have come again?
Sure, the covenant of the Inheritor. Do you remember this?
Yes. I thought this relic was destroyed many years ago. How strange it is to see it whole again. At one time, it gave me hope. I am pleased that this object will serve the Crusade once more.
I had a vision of Iomede giving her covenant to you.
I was young, and did not fully understand the magnitude of the duty that had been entrusted to me. Iomede gave me hope and strength to see me through the trials ahead, and in so doing, she won my everlasting loyalty.
Do you still remember your oath?
Always. No matter how arduous, no matter how dark the skies, no matter how much blood flows from my wounds, I shall stand with you. We shall fight for our loved ones and our friends, for the right to live and die free. We shall do everything we possibly can, and after that, we shall begin to do the impossible. And if the hour should come when our arms can no longer raise our swords, our bodies will become a shield to cover those who still have strength to fight. I, Golfrey, Queen of Mendev, swear this to you. This is my vow.
You withstood a blow from a Rilu Vorlesh in the battle.
I would proudly declare that to be true, and say that even our Rilu Vorlesh could not kill me on her first attempt. But to do so would be boasting. I was protected by my goddess. However, I was glad to see that, no matter how great the betrayer of humanity's power, it is nothing as compared to Iomede's might.
I would like to keep wearing this.
Then so you shall. What matters is that the covenant of the Inheritor has been recovered. Perhaps it should be in your hands now, because you have greater need of it. But should you ever feel that you no longer need this relic, I ask that you give it to me. I would be delighted to touch it again.
And what are you going to do?
Overlooking a spot of insubordination just at the moment. However, I shall answer you. I shall prepare the defenses at Nerosian and all the other border cities and plan the future of the Fifth Crusade. Does that satisfy your curiosity, Knight Commander?
Thank you.
Of course.
The task is clear.
Splendid. Ah, yes. We have one final matter to attend to. It should be rather enjoyable. Count, there you are. You received my instruction?
I did. though I did not have time to read the thing before I was dragged before your majesty. In truth, I was readying myself to depart.
No matter. I trust you will forgive your sovereign for the rather brusque summons, especially when you learn what prompted it. As you are aware, he has recently been appointed my Knight Commander of the Fifth Crusade. I spent a long while pondering whom to appoint to the highly sensitive post of Commander's Field Attaché and Advisor Plenipotentiary without portfolio. Congratulations,
That
Count.
is quite a title.
It is a great honor, I suppose.
What a wonderful gesture, Your Majesty. I imagine our dear Count would have been inconsolable if you hadn't given him this chance to serve the common cause.
I knew you would approve, Commander. I had my doubts about whether you were ready for such a responsibility, Count. But your conduct in Kenobris has put my mind at ease. So, you will travel with the troops to Dresden. Only the commander may remove you from your post. But I trust that you will dutifully fulfill his orders and make a good showing of yourself. Especially since word of your appointment, Count, will reach the court at any moment. All of Mendev's nobility will be following your successes in service to the nation, including all of your devoted admirers. I even heard that one bard with whom you are particularly friendly has already begun composing a ballad to honor your heroic participation in the crusade and your faithful service to the commander here.
Your largesse truly knows no bounds, dear cousin. I am most gratified by the honor you have shown me.
Sure you are, Darren.
Then let's get going. May Ayomade help us.
All right. I'm really getting annoyed by this tutorial popping back up over and over and over. Okay, first thing we're going to do. I think I'm just selling both of these things. Oh, maybe not that one, because it's got a name. But the leather, the hide +1, yeah. Need to look and see if anybody's going to use that stuff. But this stuff is all going in the chest. At least for now. Not sure if anybody's going to use that or not. Okay. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Alright, a couple things to do here. This, yes. Dude, we're wearing that. So that we have our area. Social is a cleric, but he's not a very good cleric yet. He uses glaives. Okay, well, you definitely aren't just using a plain glaive. I think I have a good glaive. Hold on. I have Marching Terror. So I can try and make things run away from him. Or Darkhorn. Well, it just does 1d3 negative damage. Info. A glaive popular among Baphomets where touching the handle is enough to sense the latent evil within the weapon. It does 1d3 negative damage. That would be pretty good. Are those, I think that's the only reach weapons I have, though. I thought I had a, is it this one? No. I thought I had a great axe in here. Maybe I don't. Oh, I do have a couple. Okay, yeah, never mind. Yeah, we'll give him that. And what about armor? I'll have to buy him some better armor. I don't have any heavy armor on me. Okay. Okay, good. Yeah, that automatically activated. Let's put that over here. And actually, let's put this over here as well. All the stuff for my belt. Okay. Back to assessing our characters. Let's give you that. Come on. There we go. Okay, so I don't know that I'm going to use him right away. So let's just do the weapon for now. You have a light crossbow. I guess I can give her a heavy crossbow. Actually, hold on a second. I'm going to take all these out while I look at... while we try and fit our characters in here. Okay, let's do weapons. Nope. Jewelry? Okay. Quick Mythic Path update for you. You're getting abundant casting. She can gain an additional Oracle curse, but with no penalties. Interesting. She already has blackened. Huh. Anyways. I think I want to give her abundant casting so she has more spells. Let's give her abundant casting. Darren, Mr. Cleric, or Mr. Oracle, rather. Quick bump level 6 for him. Let's see. You're going to get this. Windwog. Yep, sticking with fighter. Straight ranged fighter because I think that's going to be fun. Okay. You can make attack of opportunities with your ranged weapon. And you do not provoke attacks of opportunity when making a ranged attack as an attack of opportunity. Yes, so that's good. Many shot is also good. Yeah, and then clustered shots is to go through, basically to avoid DR, because everything gets added together before you apply the damage reduction. So all of these are good. Let's start with many shot. We'll do many shot and then snapshot, and then maybe clustered shots, and then eventually I'm going to get all of these. We're going to start with many shot though. Why am I getting off? I don't know why I'm... Okay. Now maybe I will not get so many tutorial hints that I don't want. Let's keep leveling people up. Woljif. Still an Eldritch Scoundrel. With your mobility and your trickery, your perception. Sure, athletics and stealth. You're going to get... What are you going to do, Woljif? Hit 2 spells. Oh man. I'm not going to last much longer here. Sure, let's give him... Let's go with invisibility and, I don't know, blindness. Sure. I don't know how much use I'm going to get out of it, though. Feels like spells that Woljif would know, though. Camellia. Trickery or religion. Okay. Sela. Yep, still a paladin. Yep. Let's give her Mercy Diseased. Yeah. There's lots of diseases, so that's going to be good. And then the horse now has to be leveled up. Devotion. Okay, it's a +4 bonus on will saves against enchantment spells. Whew, boy. Alright, so that's all of our leveling up. Let's try and finish our equipment here, and then we're going to bed. Alright, I already looked at Social and Nenio inventory. I kind of like... I mean, I don't really need it for the damage. The X3 at crit is kind of nice. Short bow grants a +1 bonus on attack rolls against chaotic creatures. I think she's the only one that can really make use of that, too. Yeah. We're going to give that to you. Because that seems like something that would be good for you to have. My dog, you still have your composite longbow +3. Yep. Which she gets 3 attacks with now. Oh yeah, you're just wearing this plain chain shirt. Do I have any better light armor for you to wear? This leather armor +2 actually would be better for her. No armor check penalty and a plus to max dexterity. Let's give her that. Oh, that's right, but I forgot she's actually on. Because she's leveling up in Fighter, she gets to add 1 to the dex bonus on these items. So actually, this would be the best armor for her to wear right now. Go with that hide armor +1. Oh, and then you. Yeah, I want you to have. We'll give that to you. You already have an amulet of agile fists. Ah, that's what I was missing earlier when I was talking. Okay. Try and beef up our horse a little bit. I thought that I had a cloak of resistance that somebody wasn't wearing. But I guess I don't. Alright. Yep, you are still good with your short sword and your Finian the Talking Whip and Dagger. I don't have a better rapier for you. You're using the longsword of right. Yep, that's the best weapon for you to use right now. You're using a light crossbow. Yeah, that's the best weapon for you to use right now. Okay. I don't think anybody's using this armor. You have your scale mail on. Actually, I guess we'll give this to you. It's a little bit better. It's a little bit better for you. You don't wear armor. You need some bracers, actually. You don't wear armor. You don't wear armor. Actually, you can wear armor, can't you? Yeah, you have medium armor proficiency. And shield proficiency, actually. Oh yeah, I want you to use this Adamantine Chainmail. Oh wow, that's really heavy. That like super encumbers him. Just kidding. Huh. Maybe you won't wear any armor. Well, you can wear this though. This is something. Yeah, we'll start with that. Because that will not encumber him. So yeah, it gets us close. I mean, 18 is better than 14. Although it looks ridiculous on him. That's hilarious. Okay, and you, yeah, we did your armor. You don't wear armor. You have this chain shirt on. Ooh, boy. And you have on this bandit mail, which I haven't found anything better for you to wear yet. Yes, my armor class of 22 actually isn't terrible. Alright, I think that's got to be it, though. That's going to be it. We've leveled everybody up to level 6. We've talked to everybody that we need to talk to at the camp. We've gone through our inventory and touched everybody's inventory. Made sure that everybody had the weapons upgrade that were the weapon upgrades that were available to them. going to put all of our named weapons back in our chest to keep because it's fun and I like to do that. Okay. And that's what we're going to do for now. And now I'm going to go to bed because it's getting late and I'm about to fall asleep sitting here at my computer. Thank you to anybody that watches and have a good night.